Hey guys, it's me, Christina. So I have a book review on Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. So I wasn't really sure how I was going to do a review because these are three different stories, but I hope I can tell my thoughts on this book. So the first story was called The Julebee Express, and that was by Maureen Johnson, and I loved it. It was so cute. So it's about this girl named Julebee, who she has this really strange name, and her parents get arrested because of this Floby event, which are apparently these setups you do for Christmas, and so she is to be sent to her grandparents' house. So she gets on this train, but it's there's this big snowstorm, and then she meets this guy named Jeb, who is one of the characters in the story. And then she walks across the train tracks because the train crashed into snow and to this Waffle House where she meets more characters that are going to be brought up in other stories. And there's this guy in tinfoil, and he's like, "What tinfoil?" And just this is I just love the story already. And then she meets Stuart, who works at Target, and he's like, "Okay, come to my house. My mom would kill me if I didn't help you." So, and then they end up falling in a lake, and so they're frozen, and they were bickering at each other, and she has this boyfriend who is a jerk. I hate him. And he ends up telling her, "Well, I think he's gonna break up with you because he's not caring that you need to talk when he has this stuff going on." And he's like, "It shouldn't matter that he has something going on. You're his girlfriend. You should be able to talk when there's this big problem going on." So she ends up breaking up with her boyfriend, and then she ends up making out with Stuart, and then he freaks out because he had his heart broken by this cheerleader girl who was making out with this guy in, I think it was a tiger suit in a Starbucks. And then I was just like, "Oh my god, that's terrible." And and then she ends up escaping the house and trying to get to her train, but then he finds her and they talk, and then they end up kissing. It was so cute, and I loved the story, and I gave the first story 5 stars. And the second one, I forget what the second one was called. A Cheertastic Christmas Miracle. It was about these three group of friends: Tobin, the Duke, and I think it was JP or JD or something. JP. And one of their friends, I think it was Kyun or something, and he's like, "They're cheerleaders at the Waffle House. You need to come here with Twister." And so they get into this car, and all of them are getting into this car and it's snowing, to get to the Waffle House, and they run into some problems along the way, and Tobin might like his friend the Duke, who is a girl, um and he is jealous because she's talking about this guy who, but she likes him, and all the stuff is going on, and it was just so funny. And they end up making it to the Waffle House, the Duke, and her real name is Angie, and they just call her the Duke because there's this place called the Duke and the Duchess, and they mistake her for a boy once when she was younger, and so it just stuck. And I love Tobin, and he's just so cute and funny, and like then the last story is about Jeb and what was this girl name? Her name was, and the last story is called The Patron Saint of Pigs. And Addie was the girl's name, and she was Jeb's girlfriend who cheated on him, and she was just very worried because he was not she felt he wasn't giving her enough attention and he wasn't being very boyfriendly. I did not like this girl at all. Like, I felt like Jeb deserved so much better. She just was very, like, selfish, like, and, like, she, like, told her friend that she was gonna pick up her teacup pig, like, on her break at Starbucks, and, like, and then she ends up, like, forgetting, like, 4 times, and, like, then when she goes, oh yeah, the teacup pig has been sold, and it's like this woman ended up buying it um to like teach her something, and she ends up, and then she wrote this big email to Jeb, and like all this stuff happens, but he ends up coming into Starbucks, and like everyone who was in the past stories was in the Starbucks in like the last scene. It was so cool and cute. I just loved it, and it was just so cute, and I gave it 5 stars, and I think it's like just the perfect Christmas book, and I loved it so much. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Happy reading. Bye, guys.